Alright, so I am at my storage trying to organize it, and I figured I would try and document what I could document. It's kind of crazy right now. I just took all this stuff out. All this stuff. And then here, y'all can see. But my storage is pretty small. And so the goal, let's see if I could put this here. Let's see. All right. Oh, I didn't lock it. Let's see if we do that and bring this forward. Y'all getting this like live time. Step back. So my storage, like this is my wall, and then if I do this, literally I can't even put my hands flat. I have to have them like lifted up and vertical, and so that's how small my storage is. And so the goal is to stack most of this. Oops, sorry. The goal is to stack most of it to the top. Let me see. Yeah, all right. So the goal is to stack most of it to the top. And I'm gonna see how I could do that. To stack most of it to the top, I need my luggage towards the front, because I know I'm gonna be accessing my luggage. And so I'm definitely gonna need my luggage at the front, and then just a little few other things that I'm gonna need, like if I'm coming back and forth to the luggage. Yo, I need some lip stuff. So, turning on the camera. First, I was really like in a somber mood, but I'm really realizing like how grateful I am, but at the same time, feeling what I'm feeling, like, and I'm still feeling what I'm feeling. So I haven't even been able to brush my teeth this morning. And so, yeah. This is the real living out of bounds, right? So, again, I'm here figuring out what's next, and I'm gonna go ahead and pause because I don't know who'll be listening. And so I'm gonna go ahead and just leave this here and see if you all will be able to somehow see me going back and forth with the stuff. I'm gonna prop it up a little better though, because this is not that good. Let's see. It's a little bit, a little crooked. But we're gonna go with that for right now. Alright, so yeah. I kind of have to go through 1000% sure was in all the boxes, but y'all know I love some books. I love books. I keep them for my kids. My maybe grandkids one day. Don't know. My kids. I'll have some one day, I guess. Alright, so yeah, the biggest thing for me is space. Wow. Yo. This expired 2020. I never would have got another one though. Even though 2020 was not my last year working for DCPS. They can say what the hell they want to say. But we all know. So, I just didn't feel like it. Look at the name on it, Sanjay Joyner. Look at that. Look at my braids. Look at me. Girl. Alright, let me quit. It can take me a long time to do this. So, the biggest thing with packing is that you really want to minimize empty stuff. Like this is empty, so it's just holding up space for no reason. And so, you don't want to do that. You want to pack things as condensed as possible and not leave too much open space. This stuff out here and not leave too much space essentially. So I am going to, there's a lot of books in here, like kid books that I'm going to need access to, but I don't need access to right now. So they go in the back. Mind you, the back ain't that far. It's just like right here. So, alright. I bought most of these books when my kids were in homeschool. It's got some of these. This book was, yeah, I got them from thrift books. That's what it was. I bought a lot of books from thrift books and Goodwill. You'll see Goodwill stickers. I try and keep it budget as much as possible. And then thrift books. You'll see there. I know a lot of these from thrift books. I'm remembering. Thrift books. Yeah, thrift books is my people. I love thrift books. Thrift books. No, this isn't thrift books. Look like a dog was eating on the bottom of this. Or does the fox say? Boop, 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 boo, boo, bop, way do, boo, dee, dee, boo, pee, pee, poo, whatever. Alright, so. One thing I don't like throwing away are books. I just don't. I don't like throwing away books. And I actually don't like throwing away things that are meaningful that you can learn from. So, like these empty composition books, like I'm not throwing them away. Stuff I'll give away, but like this, it will forever remind me of my boys. And this book reminds me of teaching, like my master's in curriculum and instruction, and yeah, so it reminds me of that program. kind of these. The Who's Who. This one is the women's right. I want to put these with the other ones, which is in the bag over here. Alright. So, One for the Americans was definitely a good book. Yeah, that was a good book. And alright. Some of these books I don't want. But I'm going to trash them. I wonder if you can donate books to the library. So, other part of this is when you are packing books, you want to pack them in like a very small box with the handles on it. But let me see if I can lift it up. This one. It is from Lowe's and it says, it's a small one. It's 16-inch by 12-inch by 12-inch. Pack them in that kind of box because if you're by yourself, which I don't plan on moving that shit by myself ever again. But if you are by yourself, you will need to be able to pick them up. And if you're old like me, then yeah. Too many books. And too many books will leave you with a hurt back. Yeah. So the memories. Try not to get caught up in the memories. So let's keep it moving. I think what I'm going to do is like undo this box and then lay it flat, like take it down because I'm probably going to need it to move out. Right now I'm putting them in the bins so I can condense the space. This is my favorite. My encyclopedia. I will love this thing forever. Like I wish my kids were with me. Trying to be a big girl. house and a motorcycle. Ralph will take the ride of his life. Ralph. Alright, we can keep all these. I done kept it all the same. Alright, so that's books, and then I have another one. I want that one. I was a really good teacher. I don't care what nobody say. Last my teacher told me. Instead of teaching some items as facts or omitting them as false, textbooks and teachers should present them as hypotheses. Then students could learn how to marshal evidence on each side, come to a conclusion, but still reserve room for doubt. The warmth of other suns. I bought that. Didn't get a chance to read it. I got my whole life right ahead of me. So I'm gonna come back to the storage one day. I'll come back. I want to remember every single book that was here. Outlines of the book. Listen to this. The Truth of Success. It's a good book. I have the physical copy, but I also do a lot of articles. Plenty of hours walking. I did have like an hours walking moment. Or I bought like an hour books. Small doses. I'm gonna leave her out because I want truth for everyday use. It was at a point where I was definitely listening to her a lot. It's not, you can't even see it. But I have on my small doses hoodie. Not small doses hoodie. But it's like an Amanda Seals hoodie. It's not even a hoodie that I have on. Soundless Cries by Valencia Declan. Don't lead to Healing, a critical thinking guide to cultural consciousness. Your silence will not protect you by Audre Lorde. She used this. I remember she used this to, like when she was teaching, but I think a lot of the work is her students. Soundless cries don't lead to healing. Has been designed to be used anywhere from the classroom to the coffee shop. I don't know how to feel about this book right now. Yeah, I don't know yet. I'll put it right here. And continue. Some stuff I think I'm just ready to like let go. Like I'm tired. You know? You ever get to that point where you just be tired? You just be tired. Some man could totally do this, for sure. I think so. So, I'm gonna find somewhere for these. I'm definitely, I guess soundless cries, or should say soundless cries don't lead to healing. Soundless cries don't lead to healing. So, if you're crying and nobody can hear you, it won't lead to your healing, it may lead to somebody else's. Is what they're saying. I don't know, it leaves for interpretation, for sure. I could take that one sentence and dissect it in more direction. I think that's why people don't like me. Alright, so that's done. And now there's more books, but I'm going to, because my bin is full. Alright, here. Okay, so I'm getting somewhere. Alright. So what I did with this bin was I took these blankets out, because the blankets can be mushed into, like my yoga blankets, they could be smushed into some to like a corner or something, or even in between here. So yeah, and now I have a few other bins, and then these blue bags. It's the bins and the blue bags that I'm trying to figure out what to do with. And let's see. This is where you just take a moment. You're like, all right, how else can I do this? I need some hand sanitizer and stuff on my lips. My phone may go dead. This is 27 minutes. I don't want my phone to go dead. So I'm gonna pause this and hang it up and come back because I don't want my phone to go dead.